Hey guys, it's Braden here. Welcome back to the channel. Today on Red River Railfan, we are going to be taking a look at all my rail fanning experiences involving steam locomotives. Today on this video, we are going to go from the smallest of small steam trains all the way up to the Union Pacific Big Boy, number 4014, the largest steam train in the world. Enjoy the video, and please like, comment, and subscribe. My first ever steam locomotive experience, the Durango and Silverton Narrow Gauge Railroad Polar Express train ride. Unfortunately, I don't have any videos of this because it was way before I had any idea that rail fanners recorded stuff. It was back like when I watched trains. But here's a more recent clip from when we visited the railroad back a few years ago. Durango is by far one of my favorite towns outside of Durant. It is one of the few places where you can still see American steam locomotives running the same way they've always have. Durango and Silverton runs a mainly steam fleet, although they do have a few diesel locomotives, such as two new Yukon and White Pass locomotives from Alaska, and a few of their own smaller diesel locomotives. Durango and Silverton runs multiple trains a day, and we didn't go just for the trains, even though that was a big part of it, but you know, I kind of made it all about the trains. My dad would drive me down to the station, and we would watch the 3 morning trains, and then sometimes we would catch them coming back. But this is really where I caught steam fever. Ever since we got back from Durango, I have been dying to see every steam locomotive in the book. But Durango is by far one of my favorite places. It's beautiful, the trains are amazing. The only downside is that there's a McDonald's right next to the train yard, which kind of takes away from the historical factor. But still, it's a really good place to rail fan, and I really enjoy it. Right now, Durango is converting most of their steam trains to oil, and I was very lucky to be able to ride behind the 476 and 473 doubleheader train from Durango to Silverton before they converted, I believe it's Durango and Silverton number 473 to oil. When I rode the train, it was one of the last doubleheader that they had with those two locomotives that they were both coal-fired. Personally, I enjoy the coal-fired trains just because it adds that other element of, back then when they only used coal for everything. But still, modern times require modern resources, so I'm not complaining too much, and I'm still very happy Durango and Silverton operates the way they do. And now to one of my favorite rail fanning experiences I've ever had. This was back in 2019 on Union Pacific Big Boy's first tour after the Transcontinental 150. My grandpa drove me all the way from Durant, Oklahoma to Texarkana, Texas, so we could meet with my aunt and uncle and watch the Big Boy roll through town. It was definitely impressive, but my camera skills weren't. You see, I was very excited, and I was very new into the recording thing, and I was given a camera by my parents, and I didn't know how to work it. So it was it was very premature, I'll tell you that. But it was one of my favorite experiences ever. I got to bond with my uncle and my aunt, and then also, most importantly, my grandpa. Thank you so much, Opa. I can't thank you enough. He was the one that got me into trains in the first place by buying me Thomas trains and taking me out to watch the trains when I couldn't sleep at night as a toddler and would keep my parents awake. But I don't know. I love you, Opa. Thank you for everything you've given me. But we had a great time. We chased it from Texarkana to Prescott, Arkansas, and it was just a great time. And I cannot wait to see the big boy this coming week in my hometown of Durant. We're going to chase it from McAlester, Oklahoma, all the way to Fort Worth, Texas, and I'm going to meet a few Railfan friends along the way. And y'all get to see this probably in 2 weeks when I have the video set up. So just keep an eye out for that, and enjoy the rest of this video. I might scoot back, Opa. And now on to my best documented steam train experience. Texas State Railroad number 30. When I went to Texas State Railroad, I was not expecting this much fun. I got to meet plenty of new people, I got to hear plenty of stories, and most importantly, I got a whole bunch of great shots of this beautiful former Tremont and Gulf Railroad steam locomotive. But I really enjoyed the Texas State Railroad, definitely want to go back. And I got to meet plenty of good people, including my good friend Ian Mason. Go check out his YouTube channel, which should be popping up in the top right corner right now, and is also in the description. So, go check out his channel. He just posted his video from Texas State Railroad. Ian's a really nice guy. Just go give him some love. He deserves it. But Texas State Railroad was definitely fun. I got a lot of clips from there. And it was just really, really, really enjoyable. Had lots of stories and lots of fun. And now on to one of my weirder rail fanning experiences. Usually when you go to Six Flags, you don't go to look at the trains. But if you put a rail fanner in a place that has trains constantly running, steam trains at that, you're going to find me by the tracks at least once. But I did get to rail fan Six Flags and Texas Railroad number 2, which is kind of fun. You can go watch my video on that, where I list off the information and history behind these steam locomotives and this great railroad that operates daily at the Six Flags over Arlington Park in Arlington, Texas.
Buddy.
Thank you guys for watching. I really hope you enjoyed this video. And if you did, please go subscribe, because next week I have some great videos in store for you. Next week is just going to be a channel update, but after that I have video of the Union Pacific Big Boy coming through Durant, Oklahoma, my hometown. I cannot wait for that. That is this coming Friday. So just keep an eye out for that. Please go comment down below. I really enjoy reading y'all's comments. And, give me a like. Also, sometime this October, I may be going to the Oklahoma City, Oklahoma Railway Museum with my good friend, Southern Kansas Railfan. He's going to be there, and I'm going to be there, and we're going to try to Railfan dockside. I think it's the Lehigh Valley locomotive, number 126. It's going to be there October 16th and 17th, I believe. But that's just another thing. I'm going to go over this in more detail in the channel update next week. But thank you guys so much for watching. I really hope you enjoyed this video. And if you did, please go give me a like and please go comment and subscribe. This is Braden Hamilton signing off on this video. Goodbye.